And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwukika Abiyama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable Zoological Republic are set free. Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile Chukwukika Abiyama onye na-efuwe n'aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị ndụ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọbụla anyị aka ike niile na ọbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee
Good morning, great Biafrans and friends of Biafra. Thank you very much for being part of this program this morning. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are listening to us from. I do ask for your forgiveness for that interruption in our prayer. This is due to some technical issues that we have been facing. You know, this is something that we are doing for ourselves, therefore, once or twice we do have technical issues that crop up and are noticed only when we are live, and then we get to fix them. But this day I want to thank you very much for being part of this program this morning. Today is the 16th day of February 2024, and the time now is 3 minutes past the hour of 5 in the holy and blessed land of Biafra. And without wasting any further time, we must ensure that we finished the prayer. So as soon as I am trying to get this all sorted out, and as soon as that is done, we will go back to that prayer. Or let me just do something that is out of what we usually do, which is playing the prayer of our leader, Onyendumazin Namdekano. But as the situation is right now, I cannot wait to have this sorted. We just have to go ahead. So I will just briefly lead us in an opening prayer as we go forward this day. Eze Chukwukika Abiyama, onye naanị ya na-achị, ama amasị dike n'agha, ọgbara nkịtị okwu juru n'ọnụ. Anyị na-enye gị ekele n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị na-akpụ isi ala enye gị, na-asọpụrụ gị n'ihi naanị gị wuchi anyị. Na-asị mma dịrị gị, na-asị ịja mma dịrị gị, n'ihi ihe ọma niile i mere na anyị Chineke. Ihe niile i mere na anyị juru anyị anya, Chukwu Abịama. Anyị na-ekele gị n'ihi i nyere anyị ohere n'ụbọchị taa ka anyị wee rụọ na gị ọrụ iji hụ na ala nsọ gị wa ala Biafra bịara. Anyị na-atụrụ gị mma. Anyị na-ekele gị n'ihe ọma niile nke e mere na anyị, n'ihi na ọ bụrụ na anyị gụwa ya, chi ga-eji chi ga-abụ. N'agbanyeghị na ihe ọjọọ niile gbara anyị okirikiri wee ihe anyị na-elekwasị anya mgbe dum, ya mere anyị ji naghị enye gị ekele. Mana n'oge awa dịka ugbu anyị na-enye gị ekele, na-asị mma dịrị gị, na-asị ịja mma dịrị gị. Chukwu okike, ụbọchị taa ka anyị werele na-enyefe n'ọba aka gị, sị gị nna bụrụ anyị ụzọ kpere anyị azụ. Ndị niile ndị na-arụ ọrụ ịhụ na ala eze gị bịara, Chukwu okike, anyị na-arịọ sị gị biko bụrụ ha ụzọ kpere ha azụ. Lekwa onye isi anyị, onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ka anyị na-ewere na-enyefe n'ọba aka gị, na-asị gị nna biko bịa lụọrọ ya ọgụ, buore ya ụzọ kpere ya azụ, bịa kashie ya obi, bịa napụta ya site n'aka ajọ mmụọ, site n'aka ajọ mmadụ, site n'atụmatụ ajọ mmadụ niile. Ndị niile na-eso ụzọ ya, Chukwu Abịama, bịa mere anyị amara, bulie anyị elu ka ikpeazụ ka ekele na nsọpụrụ na otito wee bụrụ nke naanị gị n'ihi na ọ wụ ọrụ aka gị ka iwu site ugbu a ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. Ise. Okay, thank you very much for being part of this program this day. I had to do the needful in order for us to proceed. You know that usually our leader leads us in an opening prayer, and today that was the case until we had a malfunction in the system, which prompted that I had to take the lead and do the needful. So thank you very much. That was actually quite interesting. It has been a long time since I prayed publicly, especially in the language of the ancients. So I really appreciate the time and the opportunity that I have been afforded to do so. So thank you very much for joining us this morning, afternoon, and night, depending on where you are listening from. Welcome to Sunrise on Radio Biafra 102.1 FM. My name is Sochima Mbanali, and it is an absolute pleasure to be with you here every morning on Radio Biafra London. Here we seek to conscientize, here we seek to motivate, and we add a little bit of entertainment for you. You know, they say all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Somebody said to me years ago, about 15, 17 years ago, somebody said all work and no play makes Jack a Jackie. So this is Sunrise, and we are streaming live on Facebook, on Radio Biafra, and also Radio Biafra Motherland. These are Facebook apps Facebook accounts that we are streaming from. We are also streaming live on various apps such as Radio Biafra and IPOB Community Radio. These are wonderful apps, wonderful and low data usage apps that you can download from any of your application stores, any phone that you use. Just go to the App Store and search for Radio Biafra and IPOB Community Radio. These are two different wonderful apps that you can download and listen to us 24/7. And for your information, when you go to IPOB Community Radio, this app, you will even find old broadcasts of our leader. So there is no reason why you must not have any of these apps on you. If you are anywhere in Biafra land and in some other parts of the zoo, you can tune in by going to 102.1 FM on your transistor radio. Just take your radio and go to find 102.1 FM. And you will be able to listen to us. Therefore, I encourage you to join us in our march to mental emancipation by sharing this information with your family and friends. Do not forget to like and follow us on our various platforms on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Do not forget to like and follow us. This program, we have them on Facebook. After we have streamed it, they're always on our Facebook page. But there is something that I have noticed from Facebook, and it is this restriction. So these days I upload, after broadcast, I upload this content on YouTube, so that even if, for instance, in about 50 countries, almost every day our voice is being silenced, and I'm talking about Europe and the rest of them, and our voice must circulate all over the world. So if you need to listen to this, go to YouTube and you will be able to listen to it. We are on YouTube, IPOB Community Radio on YouTube, and you will be able to see all of our broadcasts. Not all of them, but some of them since recently we have been uploading them. So thank you very much for that. Once more, I begin by calling for the immediate release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Nigeria government. I want to call for the immediate release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Nigeria government. You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in the DSS dungeon for almost 3 years now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in the DSS dungeon for almost 3 years now. What crime did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commit? What did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commit? He did not commit any crime, simply asking Nigeria government to obey democratic principles. This is a government that goes around talking about being a democratic government, but they are the biggest impediment to democracy in Africa. And I say this without mincing words. The Nigeria government is the biggest impediment to democracy in all of Africa. And that goes to make you understand that this rhetoric by the West about democracy is nothing but a game to them. They have no interest in democracy. All they care about is the sustenance of their country. They make it seem as if it is really about their country. It is not about their country. It is more about those few who are there on top, ensuring that they are in control of the lives of billions of people. And then they use racism in order to get the ordinary masses to fight one another, to say, oh no, we are divided against these people in Africa, we are divided against them. They basically think that Africa is a country. They basically think that Africa is a country as small as America. That is what they think. Because their elites use racism in order to qualify, or to let me not use the word qualify, I'm looking for the right word, in order to say, okay, what we are doing is correct. In order to make them think that, okay, accept whatever they are doing to Africans as the right thing. Remember, during slavery, they said Africans were animals, are animals. That they still have maintained that. They still have maintained that. And today, Nigeria government is simply doing what? Proving to them that Africans are animal. And what does that have to say about your leaders? What does that have to say about the Nigerian leaders? I call on the Nigeria government to obey the ruling of various courts of competent jurisdiction, which declared the abduction and continued incarceration of our leader illegal and a crime against humanity. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the director of Radio Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the director of Biafra TV. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted from Kenya by Nigeria government on the 19th of June 2021. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was tortured in Kenya for 8 days, after which he was forcefully brought into Nigeria, and since then, he has been unlawfully held in the dungeon of the DSS in Abuja. You may recall that on the 20th of July 2022, the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention declared that the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a violation of international human rights conventions, and also ordered his immediate and unconditional release. It is such a shame that Nigeria government has continued to snub this opinion, just like they have done to the rulings of various courts in Nigeria that discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Instead, they have pursued every effort to inflict severe physical and psychological torture on him. Recall that the same government on the 14th day of September 2017 set plans into action to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, despite the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu due to appear in their court some hours later. Thankfully, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu managed to escape with his life, but the Nigeria government ended up killing at least 28 people in his home. They did not end it there. This zoo government trailed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya, where they abducted him in 2021. And since then, he has been going through severe torture in the hands of Nigeria government. So when Nigeria government is talking about law, is talking about judiciary, is talking about justice, they have a minister of justice who is blind to the injustice happening there. When Nigeria government is talking about improving the lives of Nigerians, you must understand that they do not care about the improvement of the lives of Nigerians. If not, respecting Human rights will be fundamental to them, will be a source of inspiration to them. But no, it is an objective that they must, it is a matter that they must subject that they must trample on their feet. The story of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the story of every Nigerian. Every Nigerian, whether inside jail or out of jail, whether in America, in Europe, is experiencing this trauma that Nigeria is giving to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is an honest man who saw Nigeria for exactly what it is, a crime against humanity. In a bid to ensure the survival of his race, he embarked in creating awareness concerning the hellhole that this contraption is and the disaster it is descending into. And today, like a prophet, his words are unfolding before our eyes. In addition to the torment of Onyendu, thousands of Biafrans are illegally held at different dungeons operated by Nigeria government simply for demanding a democratic process of referendum. Nigeria is not helping the interest of Nigerians. Therefore, why must Nigeria continue to exist? Why must Nigeria continue to pose a threat to the security of lives? Nigeria is posing a threat to lives, posing a threat to properties, posing a threat to trade in that region, in the whole of Africa. One thing about Nigeria is that it is beneficial to those who have created it in such ways. Therefore, when you are looking for reason why Nigeria is the way it is, you must get to understand that it is beneficial to the elites. It is beneficial to Britain. It is beneficial to France. It is beneficial to these Western countries who are hell-bent on the subjugation of humanity. Yes, they make the people uncomfortable, but they make sure that they keep Nigeria one. The former president of America said to keep Nigeria one is a task that they must accomplish. Why was he, or is he, Obama? Why is Obama so interested in keeping Nigeria one? Why has it been the policy, or why was it the policy? I don't know what the policy of the United States is anymore. Actually, nobody ever really knows what their policy is, except they do one thing while they're saying the next thing. To keep Nigeria one is a task that they must accomplish without even considering the people who are in Nigeria, without considering that Nigeria, as they are promoting, is a democratic country where the rights of the people must be first before whatever Obama wants, before whatever Joe Biden wants, before whatever their emperors there in America wants. But they do not care about that. They do not care about democracy. All they talk about is democracy just in words, not in action. Democracy to them is nothing different from having a few incompetent people in charge. Having a few incompetent people in charge of millions and millions of people, driving them crazy, driving them to the mud. Now, every right-thinking person is supposed to say, to hell with this. Every right-thinking person in Nigeria is supposed to rise to the challenges and say, to hell with this. Not just in Nigeria, every right-thinking person all over the world is supposed to rise against this inhumanity to man and say, to hell with this. Now the question is, how many people in Nigeria are right-thinking? How many people all over the world are right-thinking? How many people see what is happening to their brothers and say, I will fight for you? That is right-thinking. That is humanity. That is the essence of being human. By right-thinking, I'm talking about behavior, which is in your actions, in your response to actions. If you are right thinking, you will support our men and women of the Eastern Security Network. If you are right thinking, you will support the Directorate of States of the indigenous people of Biafra. If you are right thinking, you will support our call for a referendum, our call for an end to the crime against humanity, which is Nigeria. If you are right thinking, you will support the preservation of your life, of your own life. Now, I want to begin by reading this news to you. This is a news from Reuters, and it says, Lockheed Martin on track to increase production of weapons. Okay, let me take it again. It says, Lockheed Martin on track to increase production of weapons system. I want to begin this day with this news. It is an international news because I am talking about humanity and the protection of lives. That is why I brought this news up. Humanity and the protection of life. And this is from February 15, Reuters Post. And it says, Lockheed Martin said on Thursday that it was on track to raise production of its weapons system to meet increased demand amid escalating security concerns. The Russia-Ukraine war, the Middle East crisis, and the specter of Chinese aggression are driving demand for weapons systems made by U.S. defense companies. So basically, they are saying that the need for people to procure weapons are because of Russia and Ukraine war, because of the Middle East crisis, which is the Israel and Palestine issue, and the Chinese aggression, which is China saying we own Hong Kong, China saying we own the Pacific Sea, and some other areas that they say they own, and they want them. If I'm not mistaken, is that the Pacific Sea? China saying this is our territory. That is what they are saying, Chinese aggression. And therefore, people are driving demand for weapons are going high. Demand for U.S. made weapons are going high. So, in other words, people are trying to protect themselves by acquiring weapons of protection. Now, there are two ways to protecting yourself. You either make your weapons or you rely on another person to procure your weapons. Now you have your men and women of Eastern Security Network. You do not need to go out and start recruiting and asking for help in order for you to protect your land. You have men and women of Eastern Security Network. All that you have to do is to support these people. All that you have to do is to make sure that these people have the support that they need, the adequate support that they need. Make sure that this support is given to them in whichever way that they need it. Listening to Mazi Chinasanworu, when he last spoke, he talked about our men and women who have spent over 3 years without visiting, seeing, meeting their family, their friends. These are people who understand what humanity means. And for you to also show that you understand what it means, it is by supporting them. By supporting them. And it is also time for us to also understand that one of the ways to protect yourself is by arming yourself. You can see Nigeria, the way things are going all over Nigeria. The way things are going all over Nigeria. There is insecurity all over. There is lack of safety. People just go out and come in hoping to be safe. People live on hope in Nigeria. People live on hope. They basically eat hope. Everything has been taken away from Nigerians except hope. And do you know, this is the reason why your churches are prospering. This is the reason why your traditionalists are prospering. Because people want to be given hope. People want to be given hope. Because danger is surrounding Nigerians. This is a matter of fact. I was speaking to somebody the other day, and he said to me, oh no, I was at so and so place in Anambra. That I was there for holidays, and everywhere was calm. I would walk from there to there. I said to him, what about Uli? He said, no, Uli is a no-go area. I said, so why would you say everywhere is calm? So why would you say everywhere is calm? Everybody, if it is not happening in your location today, even you has that thing behind your mind that it might come tomorrow. So why are you not rising up to the occasion today to prevent it from happening? And this is by doing the needful, support the Eastern security, go out there and make sure that your land is safe. Look at all over Nsoka, look at all over Enugu State, the influx of this Fulani people into our land, creating chaos, creating havoc, turning our land into something else. And remember that this is one of the places that they will attack as soon as they come down, as soon as they come down to Biafra land. Therefore, we must do whatever we can, even as individuals, to protect our environment, to protect our land. Where are the vigilantes? Where are the vigilantes? I wanted to bring that news as we open up today so that we get to understand that others are building, others are buying. You can also build and buy just to ensure your own protection. To ensure your own protection. Support the men and women of ESN. Because lack of security is a very good way to describe Nigeria. Few days ago, we did say that the ability of the government to protect you is their responsibility. The ability of the government to protect you is lacking in Nigeria. Nigeria government lacks the ability to protect you. In fact, the government thrives in their inability to protect you. This is why in Imo State, Hope Uzodinma is able to take security check, collect money every month on insecurity. This is why not so long ago Okigwe was attacked and people were freed from the prison so that he would collect security check in the name of insecurity. And their inability to protect you translates to the government's culpability in creating insecurity in Nigeria, which means the inability of this government to protect you from terrorists means they are helping terrorists. They are creating, the crazy thing is that Nigeria government is creating an environment for insecurity to thrive. For insecurity to thrive. And you know that this has serious psychological effects. Serious psychological effect. Now, the next news I want to bring to you, I want you to first imagine going out today. You know how the Nigerian hustle is. It is bloody. It is crazy. Now, imagine going out today, toiling all day under the hot sun. Yesterday it rained. Yeah, and you slept quite peacefully because of I read online some people commenting on the rain and the need for agriculture to begin in earnest because of the rain, which has softened the land. Now imagine going out toiling all day, even under the sun, under the hot sun. You know how it is. And in one corner of your mind, you keep reminding yourself that, oh, at the end of this hustle, at the end of the day, I will just go back and at least calm myself down with a bottle of Odeku, with a bottle of Heroes, you know, just to very chilled one, to calm yourself down a bit. And then only for you to read this following news. This is a news from Sahara Reporters. I saw this news and I said, wow, what is not going high in Nigeria. This is from Sahara Reporters, and it says Nigerian Breweries Company increases prices of beer over rising cost of importation. And remember that your president increased the cost of importation just recently. He has been increasing it since he got into that position. Everything in Nigeria, they keep increasing. Are they increasing it because they are increasing the money in your pocket too? Or is it just increase the money they will take from you? Now, look at this. The Nigerian Breweries PLC has increased the price for its stock keeping unit, STUs, over the rising cost of importation. This was stated in a letter dated February 12, titled Price Review Notification by the Zonal Business Manager, West, Lekan Awosanya, saying the price effect would commence on February 19, 2024. The letter reads in part, "This is to inform you that we are constrained to review the prices of some of our SKUs effective from Monday, 19 February 2024. This review has become necessary because of the continued rising input cost and the need to mitigate the impact. In appreciation of our great partnership and your commitment, we will deliver at the current prices all open orders that are fully funded and created in our system before 00:00 hours on Monday, 19 February 2024. While thanking you for your commitment," okay, let me leave this because these other parts are not necessary. I just read this for you to understand the rising cost of things that you need. Your beverages are rising. Everything is rising. The cost of everything is rising except the cost of your services. Except the cost of your services. You are a teacher. The cost of your services is not rising. When last did the NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress, is dead. They say they will protest only for them to, I don't know why they even rise up at all. I don't understand why they rise up at all. You know, when a corpse dies, sometimes it shakes. When somebody dies, sometimes because of the reflex action, sometimes you see the body will shake. It's not as if the thing is alive. Look at NLC. Sometimes they speak hard off. You hear them say something as if they are really serious, and the next thing they go back. They bring no solution to you. Now, the question is, you yourself, what are you doing? Why are they doing that? They're doing that because you have refused to take action for yourself. Now, this morning, this is Friday. I am here to encourage you, not to make you feel sad. No, I am here to encourage you. But for any encouragement to work, you must be realistic. You must first take stock of what is on ground. That means being realistic of the facts as they apply. I remember in a group that I was, some people were talking about how wonderful one of the lawyers is. And I said to them, listen, I do not care whatever you guys are talking about, as long as you guys are not bringing proof, whether for or against. Stop it. Whether for or against, stop it. In as much as we want all of this wonderful, a quiet family where there is no problem, quiet, a huge Nigerian family where there is no problem, but you must be able to reflect and take stock of what is on ground. Take stock of what people have said and what they are doing. Tinubu, you know, is somebody who is only interested in looting the country dry. He did it in Lagos, and people were saying, oh, Lagos, Tinubu built Lagos. What really did Tinubu do in Lagos, if not taking over every sector of Lagos? Every sector of Lagos. Poverty increased in Lagos. The shanties increased in Lagos. The slums increased in Lagos. The traffic increased in Lagos. What really did he do? Only the rich become richer. The poor become poorer. What really did? How did it affect the lives of people in Lagos? And he's filling his pocket. He's filling his pocket instead of the Nigerian people's pockets. Instead of to better the lives of the ordinary Nigerian, he's bettering the lives of him and his family. After all, he shared dollars to people, Nigerians, during his campaign. In bags, even. He is going to recuperate his money, the money he shared in bags. He's going to take it back. And it is from this. Therefore, I am calling on you to support the programs of our leaders. Support the program of the Directorate of States. Don't just be a spectator sitting and saying, oh, it is not happening here yet. Don't be a spectator saying, oh, the other place is hot, this place is not. Don't be a spectator saying, oh, food price should come down. What are you doing? Be proactive to finding solutions to your problem. Don't be a spectator saying, oh, I am not living at Nsoka, therefore it doesn't concern me. Saying, I am not living at Centenary, therefore it doesn't concern me. Even those that it is happening in their area must also stop being a spectator and wake up to your responsibility. Be understanding of the fact as it is, and then be proactive in finding solutions to your problem. And this reminds me of the Facebook post from Mazi China Sanworu, and it says, let me read you this Facebook post I saw this morning. I want to bring it to you as well. I know some of our people might not have seen it, so let me bring it to you. It says, Thomas Jefferson once said, agriculture is our wisest pursuit because it will, in the end, contribute most to real wealth, good morals, and happiness. Biafrans, I was reliably informed that a bag of water leaf costs 60,000 naira now. And our people are not planting water leaves for reasons best known to them. Should I call it laziness or brainwashing from wrong religious teachings that told people to pray and fast so that their problem could be met and a table prepared in the presence of their enemies? Everybody wants to eat edikaikong soup, and many people don't know that water leaf is one of the main vegetables used in preparation of the rich vegetable soup called edikaikong. Water leaf is a vegetable that's known by many names. Its names include Ceylon spinach, Florida spinach, Suriname porcelain, Kariru. In fact, water leaf is one of the vegetables used to prepare your favorite edikaikong soup, and it's widely eaten in the whole of that contraption called Nigeria, but originated from the eastern region, that is Biafra land, and it's an indigenous soup of the Efiks and Ibibios. How could that be that our people are not cultivating this vegetable that grows on her own without any special care? Who did this to us? How did we get here? Our people cannot rear local chickens today. Nobody rear goats, dogs, pigs, etc. All we hear are excuses why they are not rearing these livestock in our villages. All we hear are excuses why they are not rearing these livestock in our villages. Our people don't plant ordinary pumpkins, okra, pepper, melons at their backyards any longer. Everybody wants to buy from the market. Who are you expecting to be producing those basic necessities? George Washington said, agriculture is the most healthful, most useful, and most noble employment of man. It's better we wake up and partake in this farming season. It's never too late to start farming. That is where our survival lies. Farm a land today, for we have neglected the truth that a good farmer is a craftsman of the highest order. And I want to re-echo this right in here. It is very, very important that we be active, like I said, in our own saving. It is important that we become proactive, that we learn that nobody is coming from heaven to save us. It is important that we understand that yes, the market is good. Having a market where you go and buy goods at an affordable price is good. It is wonderful. But look at the situation on ground. Be realistic. We spend much of our time complaining than doing. Spend more time doing something than complaining. Farm than complain. Do not say, oh, we have heard so many times about how these people use their cows and do this and do that. Start farming first. Do something, put something. When it now happens to you, you now know that, hey, I did, it happened. There is no reason why we cannot save ourselves. There is no reason. What else do you want? Your government, they have failed you. Now, today, IPOB is calling on people to go back to the land, invest in the land, so that even the market that you want to buy will have affordable goods for you. So that when goods, the one that you cannot farm or that you did not farm, for instance, you are a vegetable farmer, and you go to the market to buy, say, cow, efibo. You go there, chabiere gishia, tinyere gia na plastic. Put the head in the plastic for you. You take it home, affordable. Gia pepper soup. While others are crying that things are expensive, you are at least affording to eat because you at least have all these farms. You are able to contribute your vegetable, and another person is contributing his or her cow that they are rearing. You are able to contribute the carrots that you are planting, while another is contributing chicken that will be used in preparing a very beautiful delicacy. Everybody likes good things. Igbo people, we like good things. Biafrans, we like good things. Black people, we love good things. You see in some culture, even black people, you see in some culture, some black people put gold on their teeth. Gold on their teeth. That is how much we love good things. We love things that are proper, quality. We love it. There is nothing wrong with knowing quality and loving quality. Ihe mara mma na anya gbara ndụ. What are we doing to give ourselves that quality life that we want? That quality that we want. What are we doing in order to provide that for ourselves? You cannot rely on a government that is consistently weakening your economy. Remember the first thing Tinubu did before he even arrived at Aso Rock. Before Tinubu arrived at Aso Rock, remember what he did? He took away fuel subsidy before he arrived at Aso Rock. He was at the square where he was made the president of Nigeria. That was where he was and implemented fuel subsidy. He did not even get into Aso Rock before he did that. That saw the price of petrol going from around 67 naira to 700 naira, depending on where you are. It's even higher it just depends on where you are. Over 1,000 times, 1,000%. We have seen how the removal of fuel subsidy has greatly impacted on the cost of goods and services across the board. Today you are crying, you are saying, no, things are very hard. People are killing themselves. The question is, what are you doing in order to alleviate your suffering? You know this government is out to get you. What are you doing? Are you fighting back, or are you just sitting down there saying, oh, okay, things are bad, oh, things are bad, hoping that people abroad, people overseas will bring dollars and you change and afford to buy the expensive things? Is that not crazy? And you know one thing that poverty does? It weakens us. It weakens people. When you understand these things and the implications it has, it must encourage you to put more effort. It must encourage you to put more effort. Yesterday, somebody called and was talking about the line up of beggars somewhere in Enugu. Foreigners coming into your land to beg, and you are doing nothing. You are doing nothing. When you see them, you think, oh, your life is good. Watch yourself and watch the pit. Any small space we have, you that is listening to me right now, your backyard, what have you planted in it? What have you planted there in your backyard? Have you researched on how to even use today's technology in order to better your productivity? I went into this, I used to volunteer for an organization, a non-profit organization some years ago, long time ago. And one of our project was we would bring in entrepreneurs, people with different ideas on whatever they wanted to do and whatnot, and we'll give them an enabling environment to implement one, and to scientifically improve on their ideas. Two, and in order to also gain resources. Three, I came back to the zoo in order to implement the same idea. And what happened? The zoo just brought everything down. So where my story is going to the point where nothing survives in the zoo. Nothing survives in the zoo. So you must be on the extra. You must understand that nothing works here. You must tighten be on the extra in order to make sure that things work. And then, in that organization, you'd find somebody giving, actually one room will be given to more than 2 people in order to test their ideas. Some of them plant tomatoes inside the bedroom, inside a small room, like a bedroom. And if you see the kind of potato, the tomato they harvest inside from a bedroom, you see this can Ever Water, the bottle, the can of it. They cut that can into about, say, 2 or 3 places. And each one will accommodate at least 1 root of tomato. And that 1 root of tomato grows up and has a lot of tomatoes that comes into it. And you don't even see soil in those cans. No, it grows out of something like water, some nutrients that has been absorbed into that water. All these things, when we talk about it, it seems like it is so difficult. Have you done a research to find how easy it is for you? You could actually be the one producing this water and all of these nutrients that it might need easily from the things around you, from the leaves around you, from the vegetables that falls from. It only needs you to sit down and study on how to do these things. After all, 1966 to 1970, when the world was against us, what did we do? We had no choice. We had to look inward. We had to look inside. What do we have? What can we turn this into? Can we turn water into alcohol? Can we turn this into that? People read the story of sometimes I tell my personal stories to let you understand things that you can also do. Things I learned from. I want to also tell the story so that you can also learn from. Things you learn from. When I open up the line, I give you the opportunity so that you come here, tell your story, and I also learn from them. I have my book here where I write down things I'm learning from people here on the air. It is very, very important for us to take on the steering wheel for the development of our lives. It is very, very important for us to take leadership in steering the ship of our lives to the right destination so that we don't hit the rock and disintegrate. 1966 to 1970, we were backed against the wall and we came out guns blazing. We did wonderfully well. We produced things. We showed we became ingenious. Why are you now relaxed, not doing more for yourself? You don't need to show the government what you are doing. Take your bedroom, take your backyard, turn it into a vegetable heaven, turn it into an agricultural heaven, and alleviate your own suffering. You can't trust in this government. We have seen how the fuel subsidy has greatly impacted on the cost of goods and services all over, across the board. There is absolutely no doubt the importance of affordable petrol. There is no doubt about the importance of affordable petrol. And your government, they know it. They know the importance of this affordable petrol. They know that it goes beyond board. They know that it goes just beyond the cost of transportation and the ease of transportation, because cost also goes with ease, the accessibility of something. It touches on cost other than goods and stuff. It goes a long way. The cost of bread today is unbearable. I saw this video yesterday. Mazi Alozie played that video yesterday on his program, and people were being flogged, being whipped, because they were all begging for bread. Somebody was distributing bread, and people, hungry people, they did not even observe a queue. They had no orderliness, and they were being whipped for it, and they did not care. They had no care. They had no care. This is the state of life in Nigeria. Because it is not yet your turn, do not think it cannot get to you. At a point, those people you saw there never thought they would get to that point. And today they are at that point. Today they are begging for bread. Today they are begging for bread. Now, look at what your Nigeria government is saying. Despite them killing your goods and your services, look at what they're saying. They're saying here in Sahara Reporters, we can't continue to subsidize electricity for Nigerians because we already have 1.3 trillion debts. Minister of Power. We can't continue to subsidize electricity for Nigerians because we already have 1.3 trillion debts. Minister of Power. Okay, let me read this a bit. The Nigeria government has claimed it cannot continue to subsidize electricity because of huge debt already incurred. Now, let me ask something. All this money they keep raising from the left, the right, the center, all corners, raising the cost of goods and services, where are they going into? The money that Tinubu
Jagaban, the bullion van, the man who scraped every naira in Lagos State. This money he's adding, he's asking people, bring more, bring more, bring more. Where is it going to? All of this, you send $1 today, it has finished tomorrow. Where is it going to? You pay a pensioner 450 naira, and that same day, it doesn't even buy a bottle of beer. It doesn't even buy a bottle of beer. And it is finished. Where are all of these things going to? That is the question. Where are they going to? Today you hear Edu Betty, that this woman and her cronies, like the secretary to the state government and the rest of them, stole billions of naira and nothing has been done. Because this is a norm. That's the one that came out. What about every single day? You know this money is going somewhere. You don't even have power. Has Nigeria really supplied you with electricity supply? And they're telling you that all along they have actually been subsidizing it. Yet they never supplied you power. Yet the cost of goods and services is going high because of the cost of petrol was increased. Why? Because you rely on petrol in order to fire up your generator, in order to convey services to people when electricity is supposed to be there 24/7. Nigeria exports electricity, which means they are making money from the electricity they are supposed to give you, and they're also charging you, and the government is also subsidizing it. What kind of foolery is that? They sell electricity to foreign countries, to other countries. Don't think I'm talking about the one they're selling to you. No, they sell electricity to other countries. They sell to you, but they do not supply to you. They supply to other countries that they sell to, but they sell to you. They do not supply to you because you're a Nigerian. Therefore, they believe that every Nigerian is an animal. 3, they also put money and say they are subsidizing the cost. Is your NEPA bill not a very out of this world? Even when you don't use electricity, they still charge you. Hectic. They charge you hectic. The Nigeria government has claimed it cannot continue to subsidize electricity because of huge debts already incurred. This is the state of Nigeria. They don't supply nothing to you, but they tell you that they are incurring debt because of what they supply to you, whereas they did not supply nothing to you. Are you not ready to stand up for yourself and do things for yourself? Remember yesterday, as we were rounding up, one caller did call in and say that we cannot always expect the DOS to handle everything for us. It is crazy that we are left in a position where we expect everything to be done for us. Do you understand that things can go either way? It is either poverty makes you want to sit up, or it makes you become moribund. It makes you just useless. Which direction do you want to go to? What direction are you headed towards? What direction are you headed towards? Today, the government, after attacking their own correctional facility, they come and blame it on you. They come and blame it on you. After the Imo State government attacked their own facility, they are the chief security officer. Without even investigation, they come and blame it on you. I want to also encourage those ones who are outside, our brothers and sisters who are outside, try contributing to development of the land. Not just about sending, I sent this amount of money to this person and that person. No. Also try with a project. this famine that we are talking about, we should be the ones funding it. We should be the ones funding it. If we do not know, then we can come together as a unit. One of the problems one of the problems we have, like Mazen Namikano said, we have been taken 3,000 years back. We don't even know how to organize ourselves. Let us organize ourselves and start up projects. Organize ourselves and start up projects. If you are looking for ideas, for project ideas, there is this one I just said earlier on, where I used to work, where people, it is a hub that brought people together, people with ideas, gave them an opportunity to work, gave them internet to work, gave them a space to work. Why don't you find some friends and create such an environment? Even when you create such an environment, you can benefit, because when somebody comes in there and works, you have a first-hand experience of what the person's project is. Tomorrow, when the project is successful, you can be one of the first people to finance it and be a shareholder in that project. You don't know how far this will take you. We must rise up to these challenges. We must rise up to these opportunities. We must rise up to these opportunities. Today, they say the state government have been given access to provide electricity. What are they also doing to provide electricity? What are we doing to wake them up, to provide, to build this power supply for us? Rather, Enugu State is talking about building ranch for terrorists. That is what Enugu State is talking about, building ranch for terrorists. When terrorists are busy ravaging our land. The same with Imo State. The same with Imo State. I was reading this news. I'm trying to find this news where people are complaining about the amount that they are given in electricity. The amount of that they have. Okay, it says, this is from Gazette. Before I open up the lines, I just want to bring this news to you before I open up the line. This is from Gazette, People's Gazette. It says, petition filed against EEDC's 2.1 billion naira estimated billing amid 5-year blackout. And this is the government. This billing was also alleviated by the government. Remember, they just told you now that they have decided not to continue alleviating it, right? They said to you that they do not want to subsidize electricity anymore. They don't want to subsidize electricity anymore, which means they have been subsidizing, they have been, in quote, alleged, okay, let me say the way this Nigeria media always say, they have been allegedly subsidizing electricity. And at the same time, the electricity is not supplied to you, and you get a bill of 2.1 billion. 2.1 billion. It says here in Gazette, petition filed against EEDC's 2.1 billion estimated billing amid 5-year blackout. Let me read this a bit. Ibe Osonwa, Labour Party Abia, has petitioned the National Assembly seeking explanations as to why some communities in the Ohafia local government area have been denied power supply for 5 years. The legislators said despite the 5-year blackout, exorbitant bills of 2.1 billion were presented to the affected communities. So basically, the government and these companies, the government is funding the company is selling the electricity that they're supposed to provide to you, and they are billing you, overcharging you for something you did not consume. Who is suffering it? It's you. Betano, akwana hunnama. Who is suffering it? Is you. Is it not time that we find a solution and jettison this government electric supply? Is it not time for us to find a solution to this electric supply? Can't we build our own electric supply and channel from the grid, disconnect from whatever supply they are giving to us and reconnect it? After all of these connections we are having in our communities, we did it ourselves. We did it ourselves. I remember when we connected electricity where my village. I was still very small then. I remember the contributions that was made. I remember the women, they brought their ogene and all of that. That day, it was a celebration. People were dancing. Something that your government is supposed to do for you. You do it for yourself. And the same government is telling you that they are giving money to those who do not supply you electricity and say that they are subsidizing electricity supply for you. That they are subsidizing electricity supply for you. Tomorrow, we will talk about the psychological impact of these things on our people. Psychological impact of the problems that Nigeria government is creating for you. Because they are doing it and we look at it like, hey, this is problem. But have we taken our time to understand the psychological impact of it? The traumatic disruption of your life. Have we taken our time to understand its impact in your life? The way we behave is as a result of the things that we have gone through. The things we have faced in the past. It is the way we behave. While people are thinking, according to information, unverified information, by 1926, Nikola Tesla already made prediction of a cell phone. Why? Did he just wake up one morning and make predictions? In Nigeria, they will tell you, he saw a vision. No, he did not see any vision. It is because this is his line of work. He's been studying, he's been researching, he's been doing some work. That is how he came up to that prediction. You have seen what is going on. Most of the way you live is as a result of what Nigeria has done to you. The way you live is as a result of what Nigeria has done to you. Can't you see from 10 years how disastrous you will be? Hasn't the experience in Nigeria taught you anything that Nigeria can only get worse? It is time that we turn the table. I believe that the more we understand the psychological impact of this thing on our people, the more we can actually do better, improve our lives. These days, people are even afraid. Fear of rejection. We have even gone to the point where we don't want to start because we are afraid that we'll fail. We are afraid that we'll fail. Do you think if Onyendu put that in mind, thinking, we are afraid we'll not reach our goal, do you think we would be here? The only fear you should have is fear of not even starting at all. Because then you would have failed, for sure. Because then you would have failed, for sure. Anybody who is up and doing, you can never be written as somebody who has failed. That is why you can never write anybody off. As long as the person is alive, as long as the person is up on his feet, as long as the person is doing what is necessary in order to improve his or her life, never count that person off. Because the person might fall once, but the person will bounce back. You might fall once, but you will bounce back. And on that note, I open up the line. You can call in now and give us your information. The number to call is +27 7806454557. You can call on direct line or you can call on WhatsApp. The number to call is +27 7806454557. I know that you wake up in Nigeria and you think, it's another day. Oh my God, it is another day. I get it. Believe you me, I get it. I understand it. In fact, look at this news. Let me bring you this news. This is a report from Inter Society. I did not want to bring this news because it is too traumatic, but if you go to my handle, you'll see it on Facebook. You'll see it. It says jihadist genocide of Christians in Nigeria, bloodiest in 2023. Hacked to death, 8,222 hacked to death from January to January. The bloodiest was last year. Now, how do you think 2024 is going to be? Do you know the number of people already killed, already slaughtered this year? This year. The other day we read about the 500 that was slaughtered. 500 slaughtered. More than, not even 500, more than 500 slaughtered. Not so long ago. Can you imagine the number this year? We therefore must be proactive. We must be proactive. It says here, 1,550. Okay, let me begin from here. It says jihadist genocide of Christians in Nigeria, bloodiest in 2023. 8,222 hacked to death from January to January. Nigeria, second deadliest genocide country. 150,000 deaths since 2009, after Syria's 306,000 deaths since 2011. Nigeria is second in the world list of 14 genocides ongoing and 7 warning genocides, which means Nigeria is both in the list of ongoing genocides and warning genocides. It says, imagine shocking statistics. 1,450 Christian deaths in 2023 in Benue. 1,400 in Plateau. 822 in Kaduna. 730 in Niger, etc., etc. This etc., does it include the one happening in Enugu State? The massacre of people in Ehamofo? The massacre of people in Olo? The massacre of people in Okigwe, the massacre of people in Uli, the massacre of people all over Biafra land. Does it include that? And the worst is that this massacre is sponsored by the state. By the state. I want to bring, let me read this. It says, 8,400 Christians abducted in 2023 and 840 never returned alive from captivity. Military, police abducted 800 in 2023 in Southeast who never returned alive till date. These 800, remember, these are the ones that they saw police and army abduct and they never returned alive. What about others who people did not report? What about the ones who went unreported? People are missing every day because of them. What about them? This is why this day I want to encourage you to take proactive steps. Do not forget that even food, the restriction of food, the banning of food was a way they used in killing millions of us, 1966 to 1970. Do not forget that. How can we be quick to forget that we are not doing much to protect our land, that we are not doing much to provide food for ourselves? So we can be expecting the terrorists, both those in uniform, the police and army, to come and start shooting in the villages. We can expect them without seeing that they can, by what they are doing, economic blockade that they have started in Nigeria. It is a way of killing people. Starvation. Starvation. Like I said, even starvation is an act of terrorism, and they are implementing it every day on Nigerians. The cost of food it's just crazy. It's off the roof. Now, this morning, I want to encourage you to look at that and find a solution. The number to call is +2778 064 5457. Now, let me continue reading this. This says jihadist herdsmen abducted 1,000 Easterners in 2023 in the East and slaughtered 600 in captivity. Jihadist herdsmen abducted 1,000 Easterners in 2023 in the East and slaughtered 600 in captivity. Now, it is our responsibility to say that we must find a solution to this. That rather than this year increase, we must decrease it. What measures are you taking to ensure that this number is decreased this year? That is the question. Or are you just waiting and saying, oh, I thought the DOS will do something. I thought it is only the responsibility of the DOS. No. It is each of us, our responsibility. We must all take up that responsibility in different sectors that we are. You are in transport sector, take up that responsibility. Protect your people. Protect your what is it called? Your customers. Whatever business that you are doing, protect them. In your family, protect your people. In your community, protect them. What measures are you putting in place in order to help protect your people? Or is this just we are waiting on, or we have converted the DOS to Jesus? Is that it? Waiting on them to do every single thing for us? We must stand up and meet them at a point so that they can help us to ensure the safety of our land. I have a caller on the line. Mazi, thank you very much for staying tuned into Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. There we go.
Sochima Mbanali, good morning to you from here. My name is Desmond, and I'm calling you from Italy, Mazi. Am I coming out?
Loud and clear, Mazi. Please go ahead. There
watching. Please, I just want to bring attention of Biafrans to something very important. Although you've been analyzing, but I guess maybe this one skipped you because it's very important that we analyze this too.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, they say it's a Hamufu Federated Development Union. This is the communique of a meeting they held maybe just these few days. The date, but it just happened. It's recent. I think it's within this week also. I have a very serious problem with this their communique, and I just want to read. They have paragraphs here, paragraph 1 to, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16. But I want to read one or two of these, their this thing. They say that Hamefu Development in that EFDU welcomes the idea of the establishment of military barrack in Ehamufu as part of the measures to end the ravaging insecurity in Ehamufu, Isi Uzo, and other neighboring communities. I have a very serious problem with this, and I have a very serious problem with this one also. They say the union approves the donation of 100 hectares of land for the establishment of military barrack and pledges to give all the necessary support that will be required from the communities to actualize the project. I have a very serious problem with these two of their points. Notwithstanding, I'm going to also say this, that I picked some places. I want to commend them for saying this, that they say, here also they say that, let me...
Mazi, can you also send me that that communique, because I am yet to see that communique.
I'm sending it to you right now.
Thank you.
In this, I'm sending to you right now. In fact, it's in your phone right now. It's there now. If you open your this thing, you will see it. After this, you can just read it through so that people will know and people will see. There are some places they made some valid point that they will not give their land. I think the state government is trying to take, they say, about 300 or 3,000 hectares of land for establishment of business. They don't know, and they are against it. They say they don't have such land and that they don't have it. But the problem is that why these 2 points that they are establishing, they are giving the government land to establish military barrack. These people, are they foolish? Now let me say this: when our people, ESN was in Ehamufu, they sabotaged ESN, and ESN left, and Fulani massacred them. And when Fulani was massacring them, the state government said his hand is tied. It was because of Ehamufu killing that Ubani said his hand is tied, that he cannot do anything. So which government now is now negotiating with federal government to bring them military? That's number one. Number two is that who came to their rescue even after sabotaging ESN? That time that Fulani terrorists were massacring them with the help of military from 82 Division, many people in that Ehamufu, they were doing voice notes, they were calling on ESN, calling on IPOB, they were disturbing us. Now ESN was drafted here to chase away these terrorists, and they were decimated from Ehamufu because their community was deserted even up to today, because of these people have refused to live there. But ESN did a very good job there. Now, why should this union come out now to say they want to blame military? Where were the military when their people were being massacred? Don't they know that even here that they say they reject giving some unknown people without clear definition of what they want to do, 3,000 land that the state government want to use for, they say a city, they say they want to use it for produce city. That's what they want to use that land for. That is the seat that the government came on. They want to use that 3,000 or 300 hectares. I don't know it's here, but I cannot start reading it. They want to use it for produce city. That they reject that one. Now, what I want to ask, don't they even know that giving their land, 100 hectares of land to say the military is now giving that 100 hectares, they are giving it to terrorists? Don't they know that that military is the same terrorists they want to get out of their land? Don't they know? Why are these our people behaving like this? Why are our people so foolish? And I've been looking for some people doing voice notes when their people have been massacred, for them to be judges, communique, since yesterday that I've seen it, I've not had it. This Ehamufu Development Union or Federated, they call themselves Federated. I don't know where they get federation from. People should talk to them because all their names are here. All the names of those that signed this, I'm not going to call their names because I don't even know them. But we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have about all of them with their positions are here, their names are here. Let the indigenous of Ehamufu get these people, because if we don't hear anything about this, we are going to come on air to call these names, and we are going to look for them to go and change this thing they talk here and say they are not giving Nigerian military any land in Ehamufu. ESN will protect the whole of Biafra land. The military will have in our land that being told 82 Division, what's the use of it? That is where they kidnap our people, take them there, harvest our organs. What about the one in Obinze? Are they not aware of the report coming from Obinze that the military barrack are where terrorists take people into? What is wrong with our people? Why are they not? What kind of people is this? Mazi, this is very, very sad. When I see it, I'm very, very angry about this. And our people must understand that this is time we cannot be endangering ourselves, putting our people more in danger because of some few people. Only 9 people sit down and decided that they will give Nigerian military 100 hectares of land to come. Where was the military when a Ehamufu community, when our mothers there were being killed, massacred, children, women, everybody? Where was the military? Is it not a Ehamufu? This is Ehamufu, this is a 2 division. What is the distance? Where were the military? These people should be very, very careful. These people are getting us angry. I want to call all those people doing voice note that I'm calling on ESF, please forgive us, come back, do this. They should start condemning these people now and start giving us information about these names that we have here. They should start giving us about, because we cannot allow this. It's not allowed. Then lastly, I want to encourage every Biafran. We are not giving, nobody's giving, no, we don't want anything Nigerian military or police or anything in our land again. Look at the IPOB press release of yesterday. You didn't, maybe you've not seen that one. The Tiger Base and this place that this our brother sent that voice note to play them before yesterday. What they are doing in Ihiagwa or what Tiger Base and the police station they are doing against our people. So all these things cannot be allowed in our land. We don't want more of it. We want to take away those ones that are already in. And somebody is coming up. A community that has been ravaged by terrorists, that was saved by ESN, is now telling us they want to bring in military. Are they foolish? This is the height of it, Mazi. And this thing must stop. Our people must wake up. Lastly, I want every Biafran, anywhere you are, continue to support ESN financially. We need to, you can see some of our people are so foolish. This on the Biafra, nine of them, they sit together and they decide, collect money and talk and start to tell us rubbish. So you must support ESN financially, support through our PayPal, www.ipob.org. If you are having difficulties, please you put across to our radio stations and you will be directed on how to resolve the issue. There are always a ways to sort our problem in IPOB. You support also through IPOB units, IPOB zones, or any other means that's approved by HODDOS, in form of fundraising, any other means. But ensure that you are supporting through the right channel and follow it, because our land is under siege and some of our people are helping this enemy. They want to help the enemy to kill us and kill. These people that wrote this community now in Hamufu, if you go and check, the killing and the massacre in Hamufu, none of their family were affected, none of their wives, none of their children. So that is why they can sit down and talk this nonsense. This is not allowed, Mazi. Thank you very much. And maybe Chukwabema bless you from here.
Bless you too. Ndewo, thank you very much. And on what he said in conclusion, I want to also say that these people are most probably the same people who went and sold out ESN and said this is, or ESN is in this place, they are this and that and that, in order to bring insecurity into their own land. And most of these people, I have met PGs, President Generals of communities, who are living overseas. I've met President Generals of communities who are living overseas. And these people have the effrontery to talk about giving our land to terrorists. The army is a terrorist organization. The Nigeria army is a terrorist organization. There is no doubt about it. You can't even question it. It is done in broad daylight. The recruitment of terrorists into the army is in broad daylight. And people anyway, that is not possible because our land is for our people. It seems like Enugu state government is doing everything he can in order to hand our land over to the terrorists. And that will not happen. That will not happen. I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please introduce yourself and go ahead with your opinion. Ndeo.
Mazi, good morning.
Ututoma. Good morning.
Hello, Mazi, good morning.
Yes, good morning. The Aluwanem, please go ahead.
My name is Mazi Chibo. So, I'm calling from my location in Biafra land.
Please, can you be more audible? I can't hear you loud enough.
Okay. I said I'm calling from my location. My name is Mazi Chibo. So, I thank you and I thank every one of us because Biafra, we are doing our great and it's not easy. It's not easy. What we are doing is a very tedious job. Just like I said last time that our people have to prepare our mind for the task ahead of us. I think it's not really easy. And kudos to DOS because we can see much of their handwork. Just like I want to bring this for them to know that work is going on. There's argument going on within my side, and they were saying that if they not block their giving us food, that our people will die. And the woman said to them, do you know that our people now are famine enough? That even the north are dying in hunger. I say, glory be to Almighty God. They do not know that men are dying to make this kind of thing to happen. And the kind of education that is going on in Radio Biafra is what we really need. You know, people will not know what Radio Biafra is really doing. He's really doing a great work. Really doing a great work. That our people are waking up in different angles. And for us to know that the plan that is going on in Enugu State, just like what I told somebody that, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be sorry, but we have a serpent under a green grass. And we need to monitor everything that this serpent is doing. Because Enugu is really, really, really bleeding inside. It's really, really bleeding inside that we believe that we have a leader, but in all, we do not have any leader. There's nobody we have as a leader. Because if we are not careful, we pretend. Last time, this moron, he was like saying that he went to Asorok to go and talk for the release of our leader. And I said, when DOS praised him, I said, remember what our leader said, that he said, these people, there is no politician that we should trust. But I know they did it as a diplomatic move. But to tell you that these men have an ulterior motive. This man went and destroyed where our people are doing this, what we call scrap people. Picking, this dirty, iron and this thing, and say you don't need it again, that they are people stealing so many things. And now when this thing happened, not that you said, okay, you have lived in abroad, you have studied in abroad, you have seen how they handle issues. In a place, it is not, if somebody can go there, in a place, I will take some videos and show you what they did to human. Even those that did not even know things about the scrap people. They went to somewhere located at Edinburgh and they destroyed people's container. In fact, without their notice, they destroyed it. They destroy everything. And when you ask, they say that because they are doing scrap people, they are the people stealing government properties, or the pump that doesn't even run very well, the straight pump that they put, that even a gallon will not fill. You put a gallon, it will not fill. The gallon will not fill up, like, let me say 15 minutes time, the gallon will not fill. That is the kind of pump he put in the street. Because of this useless thing that he placed. I call it useless because any job you do not complete well is not a good job. And now, because of scrap, you can't even say, how are we going to do this so that it will not affect others? Just like when you see, when something happened, they will come and arrest anybody. You went there, you destroyed the people's container, those who are selling, who are doing hair barbing, women who are selling minerals, you destroy their container. And how much is container now? This is the same way he went to Ogbete and killed two young men. Up to today, Enugu State have not told us, oh, we are sorry, or this what you're going to do. For you to see the heart of this idiot. And now, those in Hamufu, I know that our people are stupid. So many of our people are stupid. Some of them are stupid. And not those who are mainly those, can I say the ordinary people. But because of greed and selfish interest, they will allow the terrorists to come.
Mazi, please round up.
Give them the camp.
Yeah.
Okay, they will give them the camp. Let them do not forget that the people of Jos, I think Shandam, in a place called Shandam, I can't really remember, they rejected the military. They said the military came and killed mobile police, attacked them. Is it the same military that you want them to come and build your camp in your place? Let them reason. Let them reason. Biafrans, prepare your mind. Prepare your mind. Prepare your mind very, very well. Because if you do not prepare our mind to the task ahead, we will be consumed. But glory be to Almighty that men are risen up and we will get to where we are going. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution this morning and always. Thank you, Mazi. He is right. We must be able to prepare our minds. And you must ignore such people who come up with whatever information they are saying. Oh, we are giving so and so land to the government. These are people appointed by this government. Let me even read this that he posted. I bet you that this is not in the interest of a harmful people. I bet you that this is not the collective, the mind of the people, that these are just these few politicians
who have been put into positions, and they are there promoting the interest of the government, promoting whatever the government tells them to promote. Remember, this government said they wanted 3,000 hectares, according to the last the caller who gave us this information. I got the message, and I'll go through it perhaps tomorrow. I'll read it tomorrow. They said, the government said they want to give 3,000 hectares, and these people said, no, we do not have enough. We have 100 hectares. To show that this is just government people working. The PGs are government employees anyway. They are government employees, and they are doing the government bidding. This is not the mindset of the people, and the people will not accept such nonsense. Imagine bringing terrorists into our land. The caller just dropped, unfortunately. I wanted to bring in a caller, but he has just gone off. So it is quite pathetic that we have people who are being used in our land in order to create chaos and create confusion. But it is, like I said earlier on, it is our responsibility to ensure the security of our land. It is nobody's responsibility. It is up to you. It is up to me. We must not leave that for another person. A harmful, like the other caller, the guy who gave us this information, said, you must come out. You must come out. Come out and say, this is the problem we are going through. This is the solution that we need. You are being offered solution. You are being offered solution. What are you doing? Do not let these bad few people to sabotage the effort in protecting you. You do not let that happen. Look at all over Enugu State. The governor has enabled the infiltration of terrorists into the land. And today he wants to build a base for them. Now, this press release here, I will read it as we round up this evening. It says, IPOB press release 15/02/2024, 15th of February 2024. And it says, Tiger Base in Owerri and Ihiagwa Nekedi Road Police Station in Imo State are abattoirs for organ harvesting, IPOB. The global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by the great and indefatigable liberator Maazị Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu, raises alarm over the murderous activities of a butcher named Inspector Abu of Ihiagwa Nekedi Road Police Station in Imo State. The information available to us is that the said Inspector Abu is a butcher and illegal organ harvester in Imo State. The murderous police inspector Abu was dismissed from the notorious police SARS, but Hope Uzodimma and the police commissioner in Imo State smuggled him through the back door into the Nigeria police in Imo State Command. This same Inspector Abu was an ally of the notorious murderer and fraudster Super Cop Abba Kyari, who was jailed for his criminal activities, including organ harvesting. This Inspector Abu was a butcher in the Super Abba Kyari disbanded cartel who specialized in covert illegal organ harvesting and trafficking. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma and Imo State Police Commissioners are the ones backing the clandestine operation of Inspector Abu, who is serving with Ihiagwa Nekedi Road Police Station. The Ihiagwa Nekedi Police Station is known for illegal abductions and the disappearances of arrested victims. It is obvious that those who were arrested and later declared missing must have been butchered and their organs harvested by Inspector Abu and his cartel. Illicit human organ harvesting is a lucrative business among the hierarchy of the Nigeria security forces. Inspector Abu was a confirmed terrorist who was recruited to the Nigeria police force and drafted into SARS before he was dismissed by the SARS commander. The Fulani administrator in Imo State, Hope Uzodimma, with a penchant for blood suckers, colluded with the current state police commissioner and smuggled Inspector Abu back into the police force in Imo State Command through the back door. Inspector Abu, having worked under the notorious Abba Kyari, who was a hangman for Hope Uzodimma's murderous government. This Inspector Abu is terrorizing, kidnapping, torturing, disappearing and extorting money from innocent Imo youths. When abducted by the police command under this notorious Inspector Abu, you can only be freed if you have thousands of millions in your account to pay for your ransom, or you have an opportunity to call your relatives to come and pay thousands of millions to free you. In the event that the abducted victim is unable to pay to secure his freedom, the innocent victim will be tagged criminal, terrorist, kidnapper, ESN, and such person may be taken to an unknown location, butchered, and his or her organ harvested and sold to the traffickers. The phone number of the notorious Inspector Abu is +234 803 5317 307. This man is a deadly terrorist mole among the Nigerian police force that needs to be arrested by the police headquarters or apprehended and judged by the society. We are calling on Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch Organization, Inter-Society, and all the reputable human rights organizations to pressure the Nigeria Police Headquarters to arrest and investigate Inspector Abu and Imo State Police Commissioner over the disappearance of the innocent civilians they have killed in Imo State. Imo State people and other Biafrans are suffering in the hands of the terrorists recruited into the Nigeria security agencies in the disguise of quelling insecurity. For instance, Tiger Base in Owerri and Ihiagwa-Nekede Road police station are two abattoirs in Imo State where murderous Nigeria police butchers innocent Biafrans. People are murdered indiscriminately at these two police stations. We are reliably informed that the notorious Nigeria Security Forces, in collaboration with the government of Hope Uzodimma, has murdered over 20,000 innocent persons in Imo State alone. While in the entire southeast, notorious Nigerian security forces have murdered over 50,000 from 2021 to 2023 in the name of quelling insecurity in the region. This staggering murder figure is sufficient to declare what is happening in Biafra land as a genocide, and more so, to declare the Nigeria security forces as genocides, Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. So this is a press release from IPOB. That was a press release from IPOB dated 15 of February 2024. And I encourage you to go take your time and read it. This, remember Inspector Abu, we did speak about him here on the radio. Now, how do you, after reading this press release, encourage the building of anything like Nigeria Army, whatever in our land? How do you do that? These are the people who are propagating, ensuring terrorism in our land. The only reason why that is possible, why some people were able to sign such a communique, is because these are government agents. These are the same way that government is able to recruit terrorists into their army, into their police, is the same way that there are terrorists amongst us who are working in one way or the other to promote these government agendas. Look at Hope Uzodimma, for instance. Look at the project, the agenda that he is promoting. I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. I am rounding up, so you have 4 minutes, please. Go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. Ndeo.
Okay. Good morning, Mazi Sochima. Are you hearing me?
I am hearing you. Please go ahead. Good morning to you, sir.
Okay. My name is Sochima Mbanali. I'm speaking from my location. Thank you once again, as always. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazina Kano, the man who set up this platform to expose so many evil that was hidden under the roof of heaven. I greet you once again. Yes, you are talking about the Christians that was adopted or kidnapped in Nigeria. multitude of human beings that was kidnapped in Nigeria. Who are those who say they are CAD, Christian Association in Nigeria? Who are those people? Where are they? Is a question. They cannot even open their mouth to make a statement. Instead, what they are interested is to collect money from people reaching themselves. And the government, the so-called government in Nigeria, are paying them to make sure they continue deceiving people in the name of religion in Nigeria. I think anybody that say that is a Christian in Nigeria today is supposed to ask himself a question. If you say you are a Christian in Nigeria, every Sunday you go to church, you pay your tithe, you pay your offering, and those people that collecting that their money cannot protect you, there's no plan, there's no anything at all. What they want, what they are doing is just to deceive you, and they continue praying, deceiving you, and you are paying your money. Each time I try to think about these people we call Igbo people. Why are you more interested of going to church that cannot help you? Why? Look at what happened in Lagos. Igbo people houses was pulled down. Market was burned and destroyed every day. We have mega churches in Yoruba land, and the Igbo people are more than 80% inside that church. Can't those people who say they are man of God defending their members that their property are destroying in the name of government or in the name of Sanwo-Olu and the Tinubu in Lagos? Where is all these people? I cannot understand what is going on in Nigeria. When anything was said by DOS or by IPOB, you will see them come out to challenge, to speak or to say whatever they want to say. But the media are killing people every day from the north to the east to the west. Last week, we heard about 2 buses that was kidnapped on the way. The one they kidnapped from Lagos, going down to the east, in Akure. Nobody had the news of those people. It's a human being. The other one is going from Owerri to Abuja. It was kidnapped, human being. Nobody is saying anything. Every Sunday you go to church, you pay your tithe and offering. Have you seen how foolish these people are? Is it not enough? People will stay in their house and say they are not going to church anymore because the church are not protecting them. Even the government are not protecting them. So that people will know where all this nonsense is going on. But you go to church, if they come and kill you, nobody will ask of you. Then if you enter to the motor traveling, they will kidnap you on the way, take you to the bush, kill you. Government is not saying anything. And people are thinking that it is how they have chosen to be. This one we are talking about Imo State. Is it not a police station? That thing is going on. That people are killing. If somebody is going on the road, he will be kidnapped and we take inside a police station, the so-called police station, and they will kill and harvest the organ and sold. Yeah. And the whole world are hearing this. Nobody is saying anything.
Yeah.
When we will see the end of it. I'm very sorry. Upon all the years our leader have opened this radio to the whole information, and still we see an evil man, trying to do everything to destroy this movement. In the name of the brother of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, can allow all these evil people. Do you think that the Fulani will leave you? They will use you, and after they will kill you. It will reach all of you one by one. You are not cheating Chinasawu. You are not cheating Chikedozen. You are cheating yourself. You are a fool, and it will remain like that. My brother, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I encourage all the old people who have heard this news and stand to defend this movement. That's the highest thing you can do now. You are alive. Nothing more and nothing less. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, and God bless you too for your contribution. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Ndewo. Biafrans, this is where we'll bring this program to an end. Thank you very much for being part of this program. I do encourage you to please do get in touch earlier. I always open up the line around 6 o'clock, and that usually gives us enough time for us to call in. I see some people are still calling in. Unfortunately, I cannot answer because of time. We are already out of time. So thank you very, very much for being part of this program today. We will be here tomorrow again, and we'll talk about the problems that we are having. And perhaps tomorrow we will I wanted us to talk about the psychological implication of terrorism, and perhaps that we'll begin it with what is happening in Ehamofo. We'll start with what happened before, how terrorists were attacking our people, how ESN came in, and all of that. We'll begin from there, and then we go to the implications of that. Thank you very much, everybody who has been part of this program. I say, do have a wonderful, wonderful day. Ndewo.